We doing something crazy. We lunching. We on a luncheon blessed by. We about to make somebody lunch. Something that she ain't gonna never forget. I don't know if she's gonna have another lunch like this. But she's gonna get a singer. Her homegirl giving her flowers. Her nieces made lunch, or she done had to buy the lunch. And Rico, who should have been kicking around, is setting all this up.
Yeah.
Why? Because I give a damn. You give a damn?
Oh, I definitely.
Black nurses rock.
I wanted that. I'm sick of you. She said somebody that's with a white boy out here.
The IGADJam has identified outstanding nurses that provide health healing care for patients in need.
Yes,
we've identified you as one of the excellent, exceptional nurses that provide care. And the IGADJam wanted to present you with flowers, a basket of wine, and lunch.
This is all on your lunch hour. This is lunch. We have something for you, and because you are such a beautiful woman,
thank you.
and because black nurses rock, right? And I give a damn jam and looked up. We want to salute a strong woman. Indeed. And on your lunch hour, I hope that you remember this, because there's plenty of lunches you can go to. But I hope you remember the lunch and blessed by, and that your flowers are here while you're alive. And because you are a wonderful woman. And now we're about to just let him do his thing.
If I don't get to see you tomorrow, and we couldn't speak today, when you hear this, know that I'm thinking of you. When I say I love you, and we'll meet again. So goodbye, and be safe till then. I love you.
She said, excuse me, that's my car. I was like, you tripping. You lunching. Black nurses rock.
Black nurses rock.
Yeah.
Black nurses rock. Black nurses rock.
You got us, that's what I'm talking about. We got to get this rolling. So if you want to bless by, send this out. Reach me at Folly, PHOLLIPOPPA@gmail. We can set up some blessed buys for you if you have an exceptional, beautiful, wonderful woman. Yes, indeed. Salute those folks out there doing it. We got a nurses series with Black Nurses Rock, so y'all about to
Stay
check out.
tuned. We could be coming to your health organization, your hospital, your clinic, your neighborhood to bless one of the phenomenal nurses that provide care to you, your family member, the community, and keep us safe.
Do you give a damn? Because I give a damn, they give a damn, we give a damn, and that's why we linked up.
Yes.
So check us out. Coming soon.
I belong to a magnificent organization, Black Nurses Rock, and the DMV chapter is exceptional. We are for the people out there in Ward 7 and 8, and we are going to make a difference. 2020, watch out.
Oh,
We all give a damn.
welcome to the I Give a Damn Jam show. This is actually the first I Give a Damn Jam show, and since they say ladies first, I'm going to bring in, and I'm proud to be able to welcome this queen. She has been a big sister to me. She has not just been a big sister, also my big brother's beautiful wife, but she is a stellar example of coming up, getting it from the mud. God has brought her a long way and gave her so many gifts to bring us into the arts, bring us into healing arts. This sister represents so many different aspects of art. I'm just like, art you sharp as a tack. Half the time when we talking and hearing her ideas, she gives a damn, and that's why she's on this show. She gives a damn about the children. She also cares deeply about the arts. So it's like she has a synergy with the arts and with children. Has an excellent film that she has coming out. And since this show is about showcasing other great humanitarian movements and their missions, this is why she's on the I Give a Damn Jam. So without any further ado, I want to welcome Salentia, the motivator, more.
Hi, Rico.
Look, I'm sorry. Yes, indeed. That's how you do it right there.
Yes.
In 2020.
Yeah. Thank you for having me here today and for just giving me the opportunity to talk about, how I've been blessed and how I've been blessed to bless others.
Yes.
And how we've been blessed to bless each other.
Can we toast to that?
Let's toast to that.
Yes,
Yes.
indeed.
Blessed to bless. Toasting with some good old H2O here.
Yes, indeed. Yes, living water.
So, the Big Dreams Project from Atlanta to Washington, D.C.
Yes.
And D.C., it's so great to be here in my hometown. But right now we're in Laurel, Maryland at a friend's boutique, Grace Boutique.
Yes.
In Laurel, Maryland. That's Grace Boutique. And she let us just come here and just show off her wonderful dream here.
Yes,
so we are just thankful for that. So the Big Dreams Project. So we are a professional training company for young people and adults in the arts. So we train children, youth, adults in acting, movement, dance, and Rico mentioned it being therapeutic.
Yes.
Well, we don't kind of use therapeutic, but there is some.
That's just my personal opinion.
Yes, but there is some truth to that because everything we do is really so that young people can get in touch with who they are and whose they are. And that is just so important to us because the world is just filled with so many crazy things happening. When they come home from school and they need to decompress and they just come from this crazy world, they need to decompress. And we know that music and performing arts and things like that, giving them a chance to use their talent, their gifts and talents, and to discover their gifts and talents helps them to move forward in a positive way and help them to develop character that will take them into the future as leaders and bright, shining stars.
I say therapeutic because of what I've seen myself personally being in these plays and how it challenges you to bring the best out of yourself, and the whole way she's coaching, and it's like she's a life coach, has a couple different options that she can really go while you're in her project. But once you come through, you feel like you are like a changed person. That's just what I got. I'm sorry.
Oh, bless your heart. I'm so thankful for that.
Yes,
we pray every day that we are growing and getting better at what we do because we've been doing this a long time. I've been teaching for almost 30 years now, so I feel like there needs to be some wisdom behind this.
Yes.
And I feel like, I'm growing a lot, and
Yes,
I'm thankful for that. It has not been easy. Of course, when you are working with children, it's not, because I feel like you're always going to face some type of warfare because there's that energy that doesn't want you doing what you're called to do. So
how have you dealt with the warfare in previous seasons of doing what you're doing?
prayer, a lot of prayer, and I mean studying how to pray, what to pray for.
Okay.
Asking for God for strength to get me through because I work with parents. Fortunately, I have the best group of parents in the world at this time. Salute to my parents out there.
Yes.
But other things come up, personal matters, a lot of things come up, and it's just a lot of it is just warfare because you don't want it. They don't want you doing what you do.
Gotcha.
But you got to do what God tells you to do.
Exactly.
You know, you have to do what He. It's not just about living your dreams, but it's about obedience, because obedience is definitely better than sacrifice.
That is written.
Yes, it is written. You know, the pandemic came.
Yes, 2020.
Oh my goodness.
Did you have that vision? Everybody was talking about 2020 vision. Did you have that vision?
Did you have
I don't
that
know if you had that
vision?
vision. But yes, 2020 came.
Yes, and the pandemic came, and we were teaching after school and on weekends.
Online?
No,
Okay.
in person.
Okay.
And we had our last performance on March 12th, our last in-person performance. And that was on a Saturday. On that Monday, all the schools shut down. Everything shut down. So no more after-school performing arts training. And some of my parents asked me, what are you going to do? What are the children going to do? And I did not even have time to sulk or to cry, because I was so concerned about these children. I knew that they were coming to me every day after school, and they were decompressing, and they were dancing, and we were meditating and praying, and we were just putting on productions, and they were learning about their history and who they are and whose they are, and all of a sudden it was gone. It was gone, and I'm like trying not to cry, and I'm asking my husband Anthony, I'm like, Anthony, what are we gonna do? These children, I was so concerned about their well-being. So I started advertising for virtual performing arts classes. And I really prayed. I was like, Lord, you're going to have to show me how to do this. And I heard it so clearly. Just be who you are. Just teach them as if they were right in front of you. And so I started my virtual classes.
So your obedience is better than sacrifice.
I'm trying. I'm not just trying, I'm doing.
I like that.
Okay. I found that after about 2 weeks, I got used to it. And when my students started signing in before I could even get online, because I gave them a little, window to sign in early, and I'm looking at the laptop and I'm saying, oh, they're waiting, such and such waiting, such and such is waiting, and they just started popping in early. I was like, they're getting something out of it.
Right.
They're loving it. I'm just going to be who I am and teach them what I've been teaching them in person. So then I was blessed to be asked to teach for a month virtually, not only my own students, but I was teaching students in Georgia, Kuwait, Texas.
Wow.
And then I was asked to teach at a school in Maryland.
That DC was about to come out. Maryland.
Did you hear that? Maryland. I corrected that. Maryland.
Yeah.
And the principal called me and asked me, could I teach? And I said, well, I'm already teaching virtual. Right. So I said, what I'm doing though is I'm teaching virtual drama, movement, and I said we're doing a film, coping with quarantine.
Okay. So it's coping with quarantine. I've been saying
yes.
Coping with COVID.
No, okay. We're not coping with COVID. We're just praying that it'll just go away.
Gotcha.
But
respect.
Coping with quarantine. And with my children in Georgia, I got their parents to say that they could meet with me every 2 or 3 weeks in person.
Gotcha.
And we would physically, I don't like to use social distancing because I don't want them to be antisocial. I want them to be social.
Gotcha.
So I say physical. We can physically distance and shoot everything that we're learning online and create a film coping with quarantine. And so we decided to call it the Coping with Quarantine series. So the children in Georgia have their film Coping with Quarantine, from pandemic to protest.
Gotcha.
Because the protests got in there with the George Floyd murder.
Yes. Right.
It got really heavy.
Yes.
After he was murdered.
A lot going on in 2020.
A lot going on. So I had to work with the children on that also, understanding that along with their parents. And then the Maryland principal when she called me, I said, well, let's do a film just for your school, and we'll make it the second film in the series, Coping with Quarantine. And theirs is Coping with Quarantine, Excel with Big Dreams.
Wow.
We have 2 films on the cutting table right now, short films that really show everything that these children learned virtually. After a month, I came to Maryland to shoot and physically distance with the students here. And last weekend, 2 days, we rehearsed. You were even in.
Yes, I loved it.
Yes, we
loved
got
it
you
a lot.
rapping.
Yes.
Yes, it was amazing. Amazing. And he goes, you know, we have your song in both of our films.
I appreciate it.
Changes. We all go through some changes. And that was the perfect song, and I wanted that song. Thank you so much.
And look, God knows I was going through heartbreak when I wrote it. So it's not even like it was an easy song to come through.
But it was perfect for this project, and the children loved it. They loved the beat. The children in Georgia all over.
Shout out to MP.
Yes.
Yes.
They love the beat, everything. We used your song in the film twice, and you came out and you filmed with the children because you love the youth too.
Yes, I do.
And they loved you, and they enjoyed having you there.
I appreciate it.
And so the soundtrack is featuring Rico Jerome, also Anthony Moore doing some backup.
Yes, cuts, bro.
And we have 2 other artists. Can I talk about them real quick? So we
Salute.
have a Grammy nominee, Tim Bowman Jr. We're featuring his song on both films, and his song "I'm Good." We love the words, the lyrics to that song. I'm good enough to love myself, good enough to have success. So shout out to Tim Bowman Jr. for giving us
I love that song.
the permission to use his song, and he did a shout out video, which is on my Facebook page for that. And we're also getting permission.
Hold up. And what's that Facebook page that they can check out?
Oh, Salentia, the Motivator More.
Big. So
Yes. So okay, and we also we're getting permission from Richard Smallwood to use his song, one of his songs. I'm not going to tell you which one. You have to see the film.
That's right.
So there will be no one saying you don't have the rights to use these songs. So we got the rights to use the songs for the young people, and we're so excited because both films are now on the cutting table.
So
Editing.
Go back to
Yes.
ATL and do.
Yeah, but they're 2 very different films. One film has a lot of history in it because I was in Georgia and the children were in Georgia, and we were able to meet more often. And the second film is more of showing the children at their actual school physically distancing. So, but both films will be great and something that these children can have for a lifetime to show their children, to say this is what I was doing during the pandemic, the summer of 2020.
One of the most historical years I've ever seen.
Yes, yes.
Now, Atlanta, how are you going to bring this film out?
How are we going to bring it out?
How are you going to bring these bad boys out?
Okay, we are actually building a brand new website.
Okay.
Where people will have to go and purchase the film.
Okay.
And which is a fundraiser for us to keep this program going.
Yes.
Because
you want more.
Yes, because it costs a lot to have this program for the young people. We have been able to hire choreographers. We've been able to hire
Editors are us.
Editors are us.
Yes.
And we've been able to hire other cameramen in Georgia.
Yeah.
And
folks are working.
Yes, folks are working.
Yes, folks are working.
Because of
That's the big dream, is to get folks working.
Yes,
and
that's always been one of my big dreams,
Yes.
is to be able to hire people. And when we got a budget to do that, I was just so thankful. You know, because the children, I mean, I could teach every class, and I'm one of those people who will try to teach everything. But I understand the power of partnership and how I'm around so many people who have so much talent, gifts and talents. My daughter, who just graduated from NYU, drama, Joska. She taught a drama class this summer.
Oh yeah.
Virtually, and she was amazing. The students loved her. You know, she's a little bit more low key than I am. She's more like a dad.
Yeah, more like Jim.
But that low key on that laptop is powerful. She just brought them in.
I saw one of her the interviews with Pastor.
Yes.
I like those.
Yeah, she's wonderful, and just her teaching skills have been amazing since she was 7 years old.
Yes.
So now she has her degree in drama from Tisch at NYU. So I hired her this summer. I was blessed to be able to do that, to hire her to teach with the school here in Maryland virtually.
Big mama, thanks.
Yes, and then I had 2 choreographers that I hired, and they actually taught choreography online. The children had to get up out of their chairs, off their couches, which they weren't allowed to sit on anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you gotta move it.
They even have to come on the virtual screen in uniform.
So you had them going.
Yes.
I know how you.
You
run
know,
your,
you have to let
production.
children know we take this seriously.
Right. This ain't no casual. Just come up.
Yeah.
Here.
So we are now working with a youth ages 3. I think our oldest was like 15 or 16.
Okay.
So we have classes now that we're signing up children now, because those 2 films, we finished filming the 2 films. So we're signing up children now for our fall winter performing arts classes, and we've got some amazing things planned from those classes for next year. But we're starting now.
Excellent.
Yes, and your daughter's got to get in there.
Gotta get in there.
Yes.
And I strongly advise you to at least check out everything that she's talking about. Your children will not be the same. They're gonna want to be down with this. So do yourself a favor when she gives you the information on where to find her. She is like the child whisperer. So believe me, when it's people that really have when you really see someone who has a calling to work with the youth, and you know this pandemic has shown parents that they're like, we gotta pay teachers extra because they are going crazy themselves. The parents almost need supervising now.
And we also give homeschool support for parents who need support during the day if they feel like they can't handle this whole I have to work while my child is working. You can call us and we will help you virtually with your child to get through the school day. And you'll be surprised. You'll be in the next room working on your job or wherever you have to be, as long as the child is there with an adult. We can come to the laptop. A lot of parents can't get with this, but we've got to get with this because it's never going to be the same. It's never going to be the same. And these children have to learn how to communicate in person and on the screen.
Yes.
And it can be done, and they can be interested. And I'm only saying this because for the past 3 months, I've been doing it. It's been effective, and children can do it. They're amazing. Our children are gifted and talented. They adjust. They adapt. They adjust everything.
Yes.
So we can do this. We can do this.
I believe.
Give a damn jam. I 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 give a damn.
Okay. Welcome to the I Give a Damn Jam, where we are giving flowers while alive. We like to showcase on our show entrepreneurs who give a damn about what they're doing. And this sister here gives a damn about a few things in this area of self-improvement, self-love, and then they're both in synergy with each other. I would like to introduce you to Sister Julie. Why don't you let them know more about you? Welcome her to the I Give a Damn Jam show.
Hey everybody, hi. I'm Julie Rogers and the CEO and formulator of Color and Soul Cosmetics. We are the first custom blended mineral-based cosmetics specifically designed for women of color. So I talk to you, you talk to me, and I look at your face and I make color that matches your skin.
Zoom?
Exactly. We can do it by Zoom, we can do it by FaceTime, we can do it by Skype, we can do it by WhatsApp, whatever gets you in front of a camera and to a window, because of course during this time, you know, we had to do a little pivoting.
Got you.
And part of the pivot was for me to be able to see your face via live video. where you can walk to a window, get some natural light on your face. And I've been a professional makeup artist for 38 years.
Go ahead.
38
Go ahead.
years. I'm a holistic
Wisdom.
skin specialist.
Okay, holistic skin specialist.
Yes, I say I'm a licensed esthetician.
Mm-hmm.
That's the fancy word for the lady who does your facials, your waxing,
Oh.
body treatments. I do everything from your hairline to your ankle. It's easier to say I don't do your hair, I don't do your nails. I do everything else in
Come
between.
over to our shop for the nails, and you go to her shop for
See,
Yeah,
exactly.
we work
This
it
is
out.
how we work that out. But as a holistic skin specialist, I practice all aromatherapy using pure essential oils. I do beauty from the inside out. So over the decades, I have discovered 25 areas of the body that impact the condition and quality of your skin. And so I do root cause therapy. In other words, it's not that your face is breaking out, or that you might be getting wrinkles, or that you might be discolored. The question is why.
You get to the germ of the issue, not the
Exactly.
snot of the problem, but the germ. Of
The
the issue.
germ that caused the
Yes.
yeah, that what he
Okay.
said.
The root.
So
The root. You get
because
to
I
that.
care more about why. Because if you care about the why, the facts change.
And that's kind of like your why.
Yes, it
Alright.
is my why. It is
Alright.
my why. So what happened after years and years of practicing that and practicing holistic aesthetics, it just went against my grain that I use natural herbs and food and essential oils and send you home with, all natural skincare and all of this, and then put dyes, chemical, and fragrance on your face to finish your professional look. It didn't make sense to me. And when I saw that, when the mineral makeup came onto the market, and every single trade magazine said, Black and Hispanic women will not enjoy this product as it will tend to look ashy. After they had listed all of these benefits, that it naturally protects your skin from the sun, that it's anti-inflammatory, so it will be healing towards acne, that it is weightless and feels like you have nothing on your skin, that it is doing all of these benefits, and we can't have it. So that was my first give a damn.
Yes.
Like, why can't we have it?
Why?
Sister wants to look good, glowing, and healthy too.
Yes.
And
Melanin popping.
so I investigated the why.
Okay.
And the why became because they didn't know how to do it.
Uh-huh.
So over the last 38 years, I average often 2 white clients a year.
Okay.
My
That-
entire life and career has been built on nothing but brown faces,
Okay.
which still covered Caucasian sisters, what we lovingly call it color and soul, our vanilla sisters.
Yes.
Because we know we have sisters who have white skin and blue eyes and kinky blonde hair.
Yeah.
Okay, so we go in this range from creamy, all the way to blue black and everything in the middle.
Okay.
People of color have 38 pigmentation possibilities, whereas Caucasians only have 8. So there was, and anyone who buys makeup knows you go into the store and you have tan, medium, deep, and maybe some dark.
And that's it.
And every once in a while you get a little mahogany.
Okay.
You know.
Get a little special,
Yeah,
but
yeah. Thank God for people like Rihanna who finally addressed that and legitimized what I've been doing for 3 decades.
Yes.
Because there were people in the industry who said nobody will buy that many choices. If you give the customer too many choices, they won't buy anything.
I thought they said variety was the spice of life.
See, this is what we understand and believe.
Okay.
But the powers that be, who did not happen to be people of color, said that no, that won't ever work.
Right.
And yet, black women for more than a decade have been mixing colors together, trying to get their right shade.
You didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Yes, so
Okay.
it's nothing new for us. We knew, as black women, we were paying double for our products.
So you're going to buy a little shade of this and a little shade of that and mix it up.
Exactly.
And
And then you're a chemistry experiment every day, because one day you're too red and the next day you're too ashy and something's too light and something's too dark, and nobody knows what they're going to get when you walk through the door at work.
So you plugged in the need. They say necessity is the mother
Of
all
invention. Yes, yes.
And you a bad mother.
Hey, shut your mouth.
Just talk about Julie.
Yes,
and her
yes.
stuff.
Who gives up?
Damn.
See?
Okay.
So
And she knows her why.
and I know my why. So there was a moment in my life where, you know, life happened
Yes.
and life collapsed.
Yes.
And a lot of things, you
That's
know,
life.
and we're talking about pivoting, right?
Yeah, pivot.
And my very first pivot was 20 years ago,
Yes.
17 years ago.
Okay.
And there was a huge amount of loss, including business, a child, home, car, husband's job, everything.
Right.
And when I actually asked, may I please create something that a lot of people would want and need?
Right.
And the answer was these little jars on this table.
Yeah.
There's now about 50 of them.
Okay. Yeah, I saw a lot of them in,
Yes,
in,
yes.
in your lab.
Yes,
the
we say we never met a face we couldn't match.
Okay.
Okay. As a matter of fact, I'm so confident about that if I can't match you, I give you $20 to buy something else. How about that?
Come on.
For
now.
promise.
That's
Yes.
believing in your stuff.
Yes. So we never met a face we couldn't match.
Okay.
And so we've been excited about that. And you happened to come in
Okay.
here at the Grace Boutique. You just came in, and I was about to
Get some
whip up
concoctions.
something because I'd done an online consultation.
Got you.
And I
You
got
so
her.
You got the pigment.
I
right?
got her. Yes,
I
I
mean,
had her. You know, and that's what I do when you come in. You know, online.
So where was she in the 38? Just about.
Well, she's actually a mixture of things. So each one of these powders, the way that I developed it was actually I would see a lady walking down the street, and I'd go, "Wow, her skin tone is very common." For instance, my skin tone. I'm a very regular, light-skinned African American woman.
Okay.
There's a lot of light-skinned me walking around.
Okay.
So I made a mineral color that was my skin. In other words, a powder that if I just put it on my face, it would disappear onto my skin as though I had nothing on.
Wow.
And so I did that over and over and over again.
Mhm.
So I'd find a sister who's your complexion.
Okay.
And I would go, wow, I see a lot of that skin tone walking down the street.
Okay.
Would you sit for me?
Right.
So every color that you see is made from a real person's skin tone. And then when you put them together, it's the same. We are all of mixed culture.
Right.
So
Right.
so as I started pulling and picking people, I picked people where it's like you see a lot of that walking down the street.
Mhm.
So that's a good common skin tone, but we constantly find people who fit in the middle.
Right. Okay.
So
A little catch.
this is
for
yes.
twos.
So this particular client,
Okay.
and she happened to want 2 jars for me to send to her,
Okay.
which is great. Get special discounts when you do that.
All right.
And so she happens to be 3 different colors. So I'm going to be making enough to fill these 2 jars so that I can send them to her. And so she's a little bit of this yellow here.
And it'll be going in this.
It's going into this. Now what's interesting is this little jar,
Yes.
don't let the small size fool you,
Right.
used every single day.
Mhm.
This one little jar will last 4 months.
Oh.
So a little bit goes a long way, and it gives full coverage.
Okay.
So I have no liquids on my face
So how much you said this would last for 4 months?
for 4 months.
Well, they said that size matters, but this right here is big things come in small packages.
Right. So this is the combination that her skin needs, and it's built to give the skin its natural glow. So the regular mineral makeup that's out has silver bases in it, so it makes brown skin look shiny like fish scales.
Okay.
So what we do different here at Color and Soul is we mimic your undertones.
Mm.
So the undertones in this product are golds and coppers and blues and greens.
No wonder my sister loves you.
Yes. So this is the combination that goes together to make my client's tone. As you can see, there's a little bit of chocolate, a little bit of copper, and a little bit of gold because brown skin has a little bit of everything.
That's how the melanin be popping.
Yes,
Okay.
and that's the other difference with Color and Soul. We make color based on the real brown in your skin. not based on your undertone. Undertone is a Caucasian concept because Caucasians are a base shade of beige. So the yellows and the pinks in their skin affect the shade of beige.
Do you hear this, people?
So we have real shades of brown in our skin. So when I look at you, I'm looking at whether or not you're a bluish brown, whether you're a golden brown, whether you're a reddish brown, whether you're an olive brown.
Okay.
And then I look at the undertone. So our rule here at Color and Soul is if it's in the skin, it's in your blend. With a little bit of what's opposite just to tone it.
Okay.
So there's a formula that goes here, and then these all come together.
See this? Shopping it up in the lab here, out in Laurel. Yes, indeed.
And so we've had to make like lots of adjustments because normally about this time of the year, I am darkening and creating tans and all of that. But because of the shutdown, people's winter color is still in effect. They haven't been getting as much sun, which isn't a good idea. Get out and get at least 15 to 20 minutes of sun every day. It boosts your immune system. If you are of darker complexion, stay in the sun at least 30 minutes.
SPF. What does that stand for?
SPF, sun protection factor. So one of the things that happens with black people especially is we become vitamin D deficient. And we're vitamin D deficient because of the melanin. The brown in your skin protects you more from the sun than in my skin. Although my melanin's on the inside, so don't get it twisted. The skin is just one organ that holds melanin, but all of your organs hold melanin at some level. And the higher the melanin content, the stronger and more robust your immune system.
Interesting.
So it's not just limited to your skin.
Blessed.
So.
I'm blessed. I'm blessed tonight with a lot of great information.
So.
And she says she's been on this journey for a while.
Yes.
Here we will definitely we commend entrepreneurs because you just never know what's going on. Working in a hair salon for 25 years, it is so many different conversations I've kind of overheard, or different folks that I know that have their own passions, their own visions, their own creativity. And this is exactly why the show exists, because it's been decades of working in a salon and seeing that folks who may have hair problems is sitting there talking to somebody who has a solution for them in some area or another. So each one teach one, and that's why we're putting out the edutainment, putting out the information right here on IGADJam.
Yes.
All right.
So what I just did was just add a little bit of oil control.
Oil control.
And this has no talc, no fragrance, no dyes, no chemicals.
How do they use it? In the morning they're getting up, they got to go to work, they got things to do.
All you do is take a little brush, you dip it, tap it, dust your face, and go.
Wow.
So I was not given a 25th hour in the day to fool with my face, and I own a cosmetic company. I'm the mother of 4 and run a business. So I do not have a 25th hour in a day to fool with my face. So this is.
Have you ever heard that?
Put it
Don't
on.
have a 25th hour in a day, so you got to be about your business.
Listen, I put my makeup on this morning at 10 o'clock this morning. I have not touched my face other than my lips to replace from eating. But otherwise, I have not touched my face all day long.
Beautiful.
And it's been 90 degrees and hot. And so this lasts, it holds, and you don't have to fool with your face and do a whole lot. And so we just make what we need.
Folks, if you got aunties, sisters, cousins, now do men come to you for
Absolutely. Actually, any man like yourself who's doing television or anything in media, any man who has got to be involved in having his picture taken, absolutely loves Color and Soul, because even a man can wear it. My ex-husband used to say, natural enough for a man, but made for a woman.
Is that the secret?
Yeah, that's the secret. What do you do? Yeah, so anyway. But yeah, so a man can wear this and just look like, he's just got the best vacation of his life, rested and healthy, but will walk outside with this on and not feel like, okay, give me something to wash my face when he leaves the studio.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah. And then we do a sifter that actually has a protector over the sifter, so when you're traveling,
So you can just sprinkle it on.
sprinkle out a little bit, a little dab, and again, you dip it, tap it, dust it,
Bam.
and there we are.
Bam.
A Color and Soul mineral blend, and it is that quick and that easy. And just contact me, and we get online and we make it happen. So there we are. So that's just some of, that's one of the things that we do here at Color and Soul. But if you wouldn't mind, I would love to show you some of the real giver
Damn.
stuff that Color and Soul is doing now since the shutdown. Can we do that?
Let's go to that. I'm all ears, and I'm ready to learn some more.
All right. See?
Yeah, but you have something that fits what you
Yes.
said in the undertone.
Right.
That tones it down just a little bit more than
Right.
having it extra shiny like you're saying with the fish
Right.
meal.
So the difference with Color and Soul is our minerals aren't as shiny. They
Yes.
don't have to be, because we have that naturally. And because we mimic the undertones, the yellows and the copper undertones,
Yeah.
along with the right shade of brown, then what you get is a product that looks and feels like your skin. So like, I have no makeup on my neck. So I didn't have to do my makeup and run it all the way down here. If you're wearing makeup and you have to bring it all the way down here around your neck, you have the wrong shape. Okay? You have the wrong shape. That's not supposed to happen. Nor is your face supposed to be the same color as your neck.
See?
Again, that's a Caucasian principle that does not apply to black skin. With
Like-
no makeup on, you're a man.
Yes.
If we look at your neck right now,
Mm.
your neck is not the same color as your face. You know why?
What's that?
You got a chin,
Right. It covers that little.
shade.
Yeah.
So this doesn't get
Oh.
as
yeah.
dark as the. But
Never
what
think
we
about
want
that.
when we create a color is one that graduates naturally from your face color to your neck color without it being a line, so you're not looking like you have someone else's head on someone
Yeah.
else's body.
Two-tone.
Two-tone.
I'm saying.
Are you loving this as a man? You're
Yes.
learning about makeup.
Because honestly, no, being that I managed a salon, I managed a few salons. It was an esthetician,
Mhm.
but I would talk with her from time to time, but it would not be in depth like this. And I always appreciated that the women who would go see her came out feeling better. So I just like to see people come out of the salon feeling better. But now I'm educated. I'm getting more educated, and knowing that there's some great products out there that folks need to come and investigate, and send your sister some.
Send your sister some.
Send your brother some.
Send your brother some.
Send your daddy some.
Send daddy some.
Send everybody in the family some, because this
Everybody gets some.
This is unisex. It
That's
actually
right.
is
It really
unisex.
is.
Because feet is unisex.
Yes.
The germs and essential workers, unisex.
Yes.
So everything so far has been not just for the sisters, it's for the misters too.
Yes. So let's talk about that.
Yes,
Let's
yes,
talk
yes.
about that. Time for me to give
Damn.
about somebody else.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm glad
And
that you
other
did.
issues.
All right.
And so I started looking at the essential workers.
Okay.
People who have to be on the job,
Got it.
regardless of what's going on. And you're working and you're trying to keep us safe,
Yes.
and you're trying to keep this country moving.
Nurses,
And
police officers,
nurses,
fire
police
department.
officers, sanitation
Yes.
workers, all of these at every level,
Yeah, at
cleaning
every
houses,
level.
buildings, streets. All of you who are out there who are getting it done and keeping us safe
Yes.
on so many different levels. My thoughts went to you. One of the first things that we've created here at Color and Soul is our Calm Balm. This is a balm that you use over your face to protect your skin from the mask. The problem with the mask is moisture and friction and germs. And
Yeah.
so
When
this,
it dries up as well. Your skin is drying.
the friction causes dryness
Yes.
and rashes and acne.
Yes.
And so this is a blend of essential oils, shea butter, coconut oil, and zinc oxide. So one of the other things we cared about was our personal care.
Yes.
Going into places where you maybe can't wash your hands or they're out of soap and all of that. So we came up with this little personal care kit that has a small bar of soap in a little tin, an alcohol-free hand sanitizer, which is a foam, and so you're able to sanitized, and it gets all in nice into the nooks and crannies, and you can take it on an airplane, and it's not a problem. And then we have a lotion bar. So no water and no liquid. Again, something that you can travel with. It comes in this little tin. And all you're going to do is take this, rub it in your hands briskly. It's going to warm up, and then hit the back of your hands. Just rub it against the back of your hands, and it begins to hydrate your skin. Okay, it melts on contact, and now you're able to take it and put it back in your little tin, and it's your own personal hydrator.
I feel it. My hands just feel better already.
Yes, and you see that, and it just takes all that ashiness away, real quick, real easy, wonderful for kids who have to go back to school. And this is alcohol free. We were having children who were becoming intoxicated because the alcohol was soaking into their skin from over hand sanitizing. This solves that problem. No alcohol, killing a 99.9% of all your bacteria. And the last little fun thing, super fun thing, as we're running out of time, is our foot care system, which includes a soak. These are actually bath bombs. Okay, yep, that's a bath bomb. A foot bath bomb that releases bubbles as well as shea butter, coconut oils, and minerals into the foot bath.
Did you put your toe in there?
I'm gonna show you what's gonna happen when you put your toe in there.
All right, cool.
But you're then gonna scrub your feet. This is soap. This is actually a soap that actually has apricots.
2 in 1.
2 in 1. So you're able to scrub and wash. And then you're gonna take this. This is another lotion bar. And you just take it and like a stone, it's a lotion stone, and you massage the feet with it, and then you put on the pedicure socks because your toes are out, and this is going to help to keep that moisture against your heels and keep your feet nice and soft. If you want to polish the toes, then you can do that. But the key thing is that it keeps the feet nice and soft, helps prevent calluses. And so for the fun of it, I thought you might enjoy seeing
like the visual.
Seeing what happens when we do a foot bath.
This is how to get you on the right foot.
Yes, indeed.
On the good foot, as Brother James used to say.
That starts to melt.
See what I'm saying?
You see that? So
You come home from work after a hard day of directing a Big Dreams project, or if you come home from doing some filming, or you just been Julie who has been standing up out doing multitasking.
Yes, multitasking.
Whatever your job is, you need to treat yourself, come home to some good self-care, and look what happens when you put
Feel that. You see? And so you have the bubbles, you feel the oils, you feel all of that goodness, magnesium, which helps to relax you, as well as your shea butters, your coconut oils. Lots of love.
A lot of give a damn in that.
Yes.
Damn, she gave a damn.
Yes, because this is part of our Zen Me Care line with by Color and Soul.
Yes.
And it's so you can come home from a hard day of work, soak your feet, and
Thank you.
for you, sir.
Yes. You said from head to ankle.
Yes.
But now really it's to toe.
Yes.
So you have to extend that
I have to now. We've extended because we're pivoting.
Pivoted. And this is like she said, the Zen line.
Yeah. Yep. This is the Zen Me Care line.
Darling, you Zen me.
Darling,
Honestly, you do.
you Zen me. I like that.
Yes, honestly do. Honestly do. All right. Well, we have been edutained, have been informed, have been blessed here by the Queen Julie, who has taken adversity and now turned that into an awesome production of things that it's not just about her gift. She gives a damn about you. So you've checked out her projects. You've checked out her products. I'm sorry. And
projects, because this is all works in process. So thank you for that.
Actually, and was it
You're
a
the
dream?
first. This is part of the This is part of the dream.
But now it's a big reality, and I hope you get big reality checks.
Thank you.
Yes, indeed. May you continue to be blessed with this empire. I will be copying some things, and we have a lot of people who definitely need to copy some things. So we thank you for coming to I Give a Damn.
Thank you.
We gotta do all this, elbows and ankles and
you know
all this
why?
other stuff.
You know why? Because we
give a damn.
Yes.
That's what it
we
is.
do. We really
That's
do.
the theme for tonight. So if you are a business owner and you give a damn about what you're doing, we want to match up. So hit us at Folly Poppa, PHOLLIPOPPA @gmail.com, And you also can hit Miss Julie. Are you on Instagram or any social media?
I am on Instagram, color_soul.
So.
So
All right.
yeah, color.
We're going to put this up on the screen for folks to be able
Yes,
to see.
yes. But definitely colorandsoul.com. And then if you want to email me to ask questions
Yes.
or to order products as we are rolling these things out in the coming month,
Yes.
then you can reach me at Miss Julie, MISSJULIE 436@gmail.com.
Bet. Well, I thank you again.
Thank
Come,
you.
Give me some elbow. Yes, indeed. Give it down. See you later. Thank you.
About something before it makes some noise.
You give it down.
Thank you. If you give a damn about breast cancer, make some noise. If you're not afraid to say I give a damn, say with me right now. I give a damn.
Okay, I'm just going to give you an encouraging word that I use and I have taught to children all over the United States. This word is from James chapter 1. Dear brothers and sisters, when trouble comes your way, consider it an opportunity for great joy. For you know that when your faith is tested, your endurance has a chance to grow. So let it grow. For when your endurance is fully developed, you will be perfect and complete, needing nothing. If you need wisdom, ask our generous God, and He will give it to you. He will not rebuke you for asking, but when you ask Him, be sure that your faith is in God alone. Love y'all.
I've been going through, and you've been going through, we all going through.
We all going through, so we been going through some changes.
Say what?
You know our heart life is. So we been going through some changes. We know our heart life is. And you been going through some changes. You know how hard life is. And you been going through some changes.
Say what?
You know how hard life is.
I've been going through, have you been going through? We all going through, change, going through, I've been going through. Tell them, you want different results, but you gonna do the same